The rise of nationalism in India was a complex process that spanned over a century and was influenced by various factors. British colonial rule in India created a sense of resentment and a desire for self-governance among Indians. The oppressive policies and economic exploitation by the British led to the growth of nationalist sentiments. Social and religious reform movements, such as the Brahmo Samaj, Arya Samaj, and Ramakrishna Mission, played a significant role in awakening national consciousness. The economic exploitation of India by the British, including the drain of wealth and the destruction of traditional industries, led to widespread discontent. The introduction of Western ideas, such as liberalism, democracy, and nationalism, through education and exposure to Western literature, inspired many Indians. The emergence of charismatic leaders, such as Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and Subhas Chandra Bose, provided a rallying point for the nationalist movement. Mass movements, such as the Swadeshi movement, the non-cooperation movement, and the Quit India movement, brought together people from different backgrounds. The early phase of the Indian nationalist movement was led by moderate leaders such as Dadabhai Naoroji, Surendranath Banerjee, and Gopal Krishna Gokhale. These leaders believed in constitutional methods of agitation and sought to achieve self-government for India within the British Empire. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a more radical wing of the Indian nationalist movement emerged. Leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, and Bipin Chandra Pal believed that more drastic measures were necessary to achieve independence. The Indian National Congress, founded in 1885, was a moderate organization that sought to achieve self-government for India through constitutional means. The Swadeshi movement, launched in 1905, was a moderate protest against the partition of Bengal by the British. The Morley-Minto reforms of 1909, which expanded the Indian Legislative Council, were a result of moderate agitation. The Indian Home Rule movement, launched in 1916, was a radical movement that called for complete independence from British rule. The Ghadar Party, founded in 1913, sought to overthrow British rule through armed rebellion. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre of 1919, in which British troops killed hundreds of unarmed Indian protesters, was a result of radical agitation. The moderate and radical wings of the Indian nationalist movement played a crucial role in the eventual achievement of independence in 1947. The moderates laid the foundation for the nationalist movement and helped to create a sense of national identity among Indians. The radicals provided the impetus for the movement and were willing to make sacrifices to achieve their goals. Mahatma Gandhi's leadership played a pivotal role in shaping the nationalist movement and mobilizing mass support for the cause of Indian independence. Gandhi's early life and influences, including the writings of John Ruskin and Leo Tolstoy, shaped his philosophy of non-violence and civil disobedience. Gandhi's leadership came to the forefront during the Champaran Satyagraha, 1917, and the Kheda Satyagraha, 1918. Gandhi developed the concept of satyagraha, a philosophy and practice of non-violent civil disobedience. In the early 1920s, Gandhi led the Khilafat movement and the non-cooperation movement, which called for Indians to boycott British goods and services. One of Gandhi's most famous acts of civil disobedience was the Salt Satyagraha of 1930. During World War II, Gandhi launched the Quit India movement in 1942, demanding complete independence from British rule. The civil disobedience movement, also known as the Salt Satyagraha, was a pivotal chapter in India's struggle for independence. The movement played a crucial role in mobilizing the masses and strengthening the nationalist movement. The legacy of moderate and radical nationalism continues to shape Indian politics today. Mahatma Gandhi's teachings and principles have had a profound impact on social and political movements around the world.